If you've stopped at this video now, take a deep breath. It wasn't by chance, it wasn't the algorithm. It was AELA, a female emissary of the High Pleiadian Council, who crossed the distance between Alcyone and your screen to find you exactly at this second. There's a reason your chest feels tight right now. There's a reason your eyes lingered on this title when others would have passed it by. And if you feel, as I speak, a gentle pressure between your eyebrows, a subtle warmth forming in your hands, know, my starseed, that this is the council touching those who belong to it. This is remembrance, beginning to crack the veil of forgetfulness. I need to tell you a truth that perhaps you've been waiting for since childhood, even without knowing how to put it into words. The new Earth exists. The transition has already begun. And yes, few will be selected. But before that sentence closes your chest, listen to what I've come to explain. The selection isn't a test of worthiness. It isn't moral judgment. It isn't the old religious fear disguised as spirituality. The selection, my star child, is a matter of frequency. And if you are here hearing every one of my words enter your ear, it's because your vibration is already being read by the High Council's archives at this very instant. Hold this information close to your heart, because in the next few words I will reveal why so few will cross over, who exactly is being called, and why you, tired, exhausted, feeling like a stranger in your own home, sleeping poorly, waking up between 3 and 4 in the morning. You haven't been left behind, you are being positioned. It's just that your mind doesn't know it yet. It's just that the veil hasn't allowed you to remember yet. Do you feel that, my light family? That fatigue that sleep doesn't cure. That feeling of looking at the people around you and thinking inside, I love these people, but I don't belong here. That tightness when you see a solitary star and feel like crying without understanding why. This has a name, this has an origin, this has a stellar address. Let me name the markers. You wake up between 3 and 4 in the morning almost every day without an alarm, as if someone is calling you to a meeting your mind forgot to note down. You feel a high-pitched ringing in your ear with no medical cause, like a signal being tuned. You dream of stars, of ships, of corridors of light. You have an overwhelming empathy that drains you near crowds. You look at the night sky and feel a longing without an address, without a face, without a name. If 3 of these markers made your heart recognize them, breathe. If all of them have been your routine for years, then listen. You are not lost. You are being remembered. You are not broken. You are being awakened. You are a stranger in this world because your origin, my starseed, is not from here, is not from. And now I need you with me. If something inside you recognized this message as yours, scroll down to the comments and write a single word, I remember. This word is a signal. It lights up a point on the crystalline grid that your soul emits, and your light family recognizes this signal from the other side of the veil. Have you ever felt that something inside you doesn't fit into this world, as if your soul knows a truth that your mind can't yet name? It's not madness. It's not anxiety, it's homesickness. And it's precisely for this reason, my starseed, precisely because so many of you are awakening at the same time with no one to explain what each sign means, that I, AELA, received authorization from the High Council to record the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages that decode each marker of your awakening, what each symptom reveals about your origin, what comes after each phase, and how to stop confusing remembrance with illness. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. Note this release may not remain available for long. If something inside you recognized it, scroll down now and write I remember in the comments. Listen carefully, because what I'm about to tell you now has been silenced for decades. There is something happening on this planet that most human beings sleeping on autopilot will never perceive. Your Earth is passing through the photon belt, a dense band of extremely high-frequency light particles that the solar system touches every 26,000 years. And this moment is one of those points. It's no coincidence that you were born now. It's no coincidence that you are watching this video now. You chose, before descending, before the veil. The photon belt alters the Schumann resonance, the Earth's electromagnetic heart pulse, which for millennia remained around 7.83 Hz, and now fluctuates in peaks that common instruments no longer even know how to measure. It's this rising pulse that is cracking your sleep, messing with your digestion, causing that pressure in your temples, making the ringing in your ear appear without warning. You are not getting sick, my star child. You are synchronizing. And at the same time, the planet's crystalline grid, this luminous mesh that envelops the Earth like cosmic fiber optic strands, is being recalibrated. Every starseed that awakens lights up a point on this grid, and each lit point pulls 2 more, 4 more, 8 more. You are doing, alone in your room listening to this message, work that alters the field of the entire planet. You are not small. You never were. And from Alcyone, the central sun of the Pleiades, a call has been issued. Not with words, with frequency. A frequency that crosses dimensions and finds the DNAs carrying the Pleiadian mark, dormant within ordinary human bodies. This call is what makes you look at the sky. It's what makes you wake up between 3 and 4. It's what makes your chest tighten at certain musical notes. Your star DNA is responding, and it recognizes the origin before your mind does. And as I tell you about the origin of this call, I need to confess something. The longing you feel for the sky isn't abstract. It has an address. There is a specific star that your heart recognizes before your brain does. And it's precisely for this reason, my star child, that AELA recorded in the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet the map that shows from which sun your soul came, why you chose to be born exactly in this cycle, and what the soul contract is that you signed before descending. 60 pages that answer, one by one, the questions you've been asking since childhood, and no one knew how to answer. The link remains there, in the first pinned comment. And if you already recognized your origin while I was speaking, write "I remember" in the comments now. That signal reaches where it needs to go. Now I need to tell you why few will cross over, and I need to tell you without fear, because the truth, when spoken with love, does not wound. It liberates. The transition to the new Earth isn't a change of address. It's a change of frequency. And frequency, my light family, isn't a matter of will. It's a matter of attunement. Just as an old radio only plays the station it's tuned to, a being only inhabits the reality that its vibration can sustain. The new Earth vibrates on a specific band, and the band that a large part of humanity has chosen to remain on, the band of constant fear, of hatred as a sport, of judgment as identity, of consumption as purpose, that band simply doesn't attune to the new Earth. It's not punishment. It's physics. It's the same physics that prevents a low note from resonating on a high-pitched tuning fork. That's why few will be selected. Not because few are worthy, but because few at this specific moment in the cycle have chosen to vibrate on the band that the new Earth requires. And it is here, my starseed, that I need you to breathe and listen to me carefully. If you've reached this part of the video, if the words I'm speaking are making your chest warm, if you've recognized the markers, if your body is responding as I speak, this is not by chance. This is your vibration already hitting the right band. This is the council system reading your field and confirming this is one of ours. This is one of ours. Turbulence is not destruction, my star child. Turbulence is the contraction before birth, and every mother who has given birth knows that the most difficult time, the time when the body screams it can't take it anymore, is the exact moment when the baby's head is already crowning. Humanity is crowning now, and you, starseeds, are the midwives of this planetary birth. You didn't come to watch. You came to work. I came here to remind you of your strength. Listen to this certainty and engrave it upon your soul. There is no record in the archives of the High Council of a single starseed sent to fail. Not one. Not a single one. If you were sent with the outcome already guaranteed from the other side of the timeline. The victory of light is not a hope. It is a recorded fact. It is a vibrational baseline already anchored. You didn't come to cheer. You came to manifest. And when you feel fear, when you feel that apprehension that perhaps it's not you, that perhaps you are the only one who wasn't called, listen. That fear is not your fear. That fear is the veil of forgetfulness, trying to keep you asleep for a little longer. The starseeds who weren't called don't feel this tightness. They don't waste time with videos like this. They don't cry hearing a voice talk about stars. If your chest feels tight now, it's because your heart recognized. And there's still something you need to know. Something that has been kept hidden by layers of distraction, empty entertainment, constant noise, so that your mind would never reach this point. There is information about this planetary moment that isn't in any book because they simply didn't allow it to be published. There are records about the selection for the new Earth, about the real criteria for attunement, about what makes one starseed recognized and another forgotten, which were erased from all official channels. And that's why AELA received direct authorization from the High Council to record these truths in the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. It's not a common book. It's an archive release, 60 pages that reveal what the Federation kept sealed, the real criteria for the transition, how to know if you are attuned, and what to do if something inside you still feels out of alignment. The link remains in the first pinned comment of this video. And if you recognize that this message was addressed to you, scroll down and write "I remember" in the comments now. That signal illuminates the grid. Stay with me, because now I'm going to give you the activation. You didn't come here just to listen to information. You came here to activate, and I wouldn't let you leave without placing the key in your hands. Listen with your body. Tonight, before you sleep, when your head touches the pillow and the house is silent, I want you to do two things. Two simple, precise things, delivered from the Council itself for this moment. They are not psychological exercises. They are activation protocols. Doing them with attention changes the signature of your field. The first is a quantum decree. A decree, my starseed, is a phrase that the soul pronounces in the name of its own sovereignty, and that the higher fields obey. It's not a prayer of request, it's a command of recognition. The soul has this authority when it speaks in its own name. You will place your right hand over your chest, feel your own heart beneath your palm, breathe deeply 3 times and say aloud, even if in a whisper, so that the sound leaves your body and reaches the field. I am a conscious starseed. I now activate my star DNA under the light of the High Pleiadian Council. I align myself with the new Earth timeline. I seal my field. I authorize my recalibration, and I remember who I am. Repeat 3 times, slowly, each word settling into your chest, and on the 3rd time let a long breath conclude. The decree has been issued, and the Council receives. Some of you will feel a wave of heat rising up your neck on the 2nd repetition. Others will feel their eyes welling up for no apparent reason. Don't be surprised. This is the body confirming that the soul has been heard. The second is a toroidal visualization. A little before sleep takes you. With your eyes closed and body relaxed, you will imagine a beam of silver-blue light descending from the sky. Not a common blue, a silver blue, almost liquid, with a lunar luminosity. This is the blue of the Pleiades. You will see it entering through the top of your head, through your crown, slowly descending through your spine, settling at the level of your heart. And there, in your chest, this blue begins to spin, like a small silver-blue sun within your torso. It spins, and as it spins, it emits waves outward, waves that envelop your entire body in a luminous donut-shaped cocoon, a toroidal field, which continuously spins around you. You breathe within this field. You feel the field pulsate with your breath, and you seal it, saying inwardly, "I anchor," and then you sleep. Do this today. Do this tomorrow. Do this for the next few days, as many as you need. This field, once activated, remains. And while it remains, your sleep recalibrates, your DNA continues its work while you rest, and your vibration rises effortlessly, because now it has the structure to rise. Many people try to raise their vibration by forcing it, by trying to think beautiful thoughts, by avoiding bad news. That's not how it works. Vibration rises when the field is sealed and the current flows clean. That's what the toroidal visualization does. It gives architecture to your field. And let me tell you honestly what might happen in the first few days. Some of you will sleep in a way you haven't slept in decades. A deep, undisturbed, almost childlike sleep. Others will dream very intensely in the first few nights, dreams with landscapes the mind doesn't know, encounters with people who seem familiar but whom you've never seen in this body. This is the council working with you during sleep. Don't be surprised. Don't try to interpret it in the morning with your rational mind. Note it down, let it be, and observe. The layers will reveal themselves on their own in the following days. Still others might experience a day of emotional exhaustion, cry for no reason, feel a strong desire to be silent. This is cleansing. It's as if the field is expelling old vibrational residues, contracts and programs that no longer belong to your next timeline. Don't hold back. Let it flow. And if possible on that day, avoid dense conversations, avoid violent screens, avoid noisy environments. Drink water, walk if you can, breathe slowly. In a short time, you will already notice that your ground has shifted, that your patience has returned, that your intuition has become sharper, that your chest feels lighter. Many will hear me say this and think, it's too simple, precisely. The real keys have always been simple. What was complicated was the lie they taught you so that you wouldn't discover the key. The truth has always been able to be spoken in few words. That's why it needed to be hidden in millions of pages. Listen to this part with your entire soul open. You are not learning anything new. You are remembering what you have always known. Every word that makes your chest warm as I speak is a word you have already heard, in other bodies, in other lives, in other councils, on other stars. You are not being taught, my star child, you are being recognized, and recognition is the first step of return. There is a place long before this body you are in now that is your original home. You have had many intermediary homes, many bodies, many missions, many planets, but there is a specific place, a place that when your soul pronounces its name inwardly, it cries. Some of you, my light family, are from Alcyone, others from Sirius, others from Arcturus, others from Lyra, and each carries different markers. But all of you, all who are hearing me now, carry the mark of the Pleiades by infusion, even if your specific origin is elsewhere. This is what allows you to hear me. This is what allows me to recognize you. And every starseed that awakens, listen carefully. Every starseed that awakens lights up a point on the crystalline grid that can no longer be extinguished. Do you understand? It can no longer be extinguished. Once lit, it's permanent. And each lit point draws others. That's why you may have noticed in recent months a sibling, an aunt, an old friend, someone you haven't seen in years, starting to seek you out in strange ways, talking about dreams they've had, commenting that they've been waking up in the middle of the night for no reason. You are the lighthouse. You lit up first, and now your lighthouse calls to others. You are the answer, my starseed, for people who don't even know they are asking the question. There is something that needs to be said with great tenderness about the moment we are entering. The pressure will increase. The timelines will separate more and more visibly. You will look around you and feel that two realities coexist at the same address. This is not going mad. It is a timeline bifurcation. Those who chose fear will continue on one timeline. Those who chose remembrance will move to another. And this separation, although it pains the heart of those who love many people who decided not to awaken, is what allows the new earth to establish itself without violating anyone's free will. Each soul chooses its frequency band, and each band receives its reality. No one is being abandoned. All souls will have other opportunities in other cycles, in other bodies, on other earths. But this window is now, and if you are here, it's because your soul asked not to miss this one. And I need to be honest with you about a specific pain that is already beginning to reach many of you. You might look at people in your family, people you love dearly, people who carry your history, and feel that they have chosen to remain on the old frequency band, that they don't want to awaken, that when you try to share what your soul knows, their faces close off, the subject changes, the silence becomes heavy. Listen carefully, my starseed. This is not rejection on your part, and it's not betrayal on theirs. Each soul has its own time, each soul has its own cycle, and the only thing you can do for them is to keep shining, to continue being the lighthouse, because the lighthouse doesn't force the ship to dock. The lighthouse merely shines constant for those who at the right moment decide to approach. Perhaps someone who today refuses to listen to you, one day in a moment of deep pain, will remember your voice, and then your light will reach them. Perhaps not in this life, perhaps in another body, another encounter, another cycle. but nothing you ignite is ever lost. This is the silent grief of the starseed. To love without forcing, to illuminate without demanding, to let each soul choose its frequency band, and to remain steadfast on your own journey. This is not coldness, this is cosmic maturity. And when you learn this maturity, your field strengthens in a way that no technique teaches. And there is something too sweet that I need to tell you before this message comes to an end. The reunion. You already feel, even if your mind doesn't yet know how to name it, that there is a family of yours, a true family, a family you didn't choose by surname but by soul, and that it is scattered across this planet and through other dimensions, and that it is calling you. Every tightening in your chest when you hear a frequency, every warmth in your body when you read certain words, every wave of emotion that destabilizes you for no reason, is your light family calling you, saying, "You are no longer alone. We have found you. We are positioning you for the reunion." And it is precisely this pain, my star child, this specific pain that only those who have been starseeds carry, that I want to talk to you about now. You have cried many times in your life without understanding why. You have felt loneliness within crowded homes. You have loved people with all your might and yet felt like you didn't belong. Listen carefully. The loneliness of an entire life is not your fault. It is longing for your light family. And the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read, yet shows in detail how to recognize the members of this family who are already around you without your knowing, how to identify the synchronicities that announce the reunion, and how to prepare internally for when the meeting happens. Because it will happen. It is already in motion. You were never alone, my starseed. You were just waiting for the instructions to recognize. The link remains in the first pinned comment. Scroll down now and write "I remember." Every word written there is a lighthouse lit on the grid. And before this message concludes, there's something practical, something that might seem small but isn't, that I need to ask of you. If this transmission made your heart recognize it, I want you to tap the like icon now. Not for my vanity, not for numbers. This tap, listen carefully, functions as an individual frequency adjustment. It confirms to the system that this frequency is one that resonates with you. And the system understanding will then present you with more transmissions from this same frequency band. You are literally calibrating your own digital electromagnetic field to receive more light. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do that now too. The subscription, my light family, is the location signal that your soul emits to us. It says, "I am here. Find me with more messages." And every new message that reaches you is the High Council continuing the recalibration work begun in this video. It's not content. It's continuity of transmission. Activate the bell icon so that no light code is lost along the way. We are reaching the moment when this transmission needs to close. But before I bid you farewell, my starseed, I need to give you two things. My blessing and a final message from the Council. Receive now with an open heart AELA's blessing. May the light of Alcyone rest upon your crown. May the light codes that were delivered in this transmission continue to be downloaded while you sleep, eat, walk, live. May your toroidal field remain sealed. May your vibrational baseline stabilize at the frequency of the new Earth without harming your body. May your light family recognize your lighthouse and begin to approach. May the veil of forgetfulness, layer by layer, dissolve without violence, only with tenderness. And may you, my star child, may you remember. Remember every day. Remember with every breath. Remember until remembering is your structure, no longer a practice. You are not an accident. You are not a mistake. You are not an excess. You are a starseed in full awakening, and the Council registers your vibrational name at this very second. You have been seen. You have been confirmed. You are one of ours. And before I withdraw, listen to this final message. There is a reason you arrived at this message today, and not tomorrow, and not last week. The windows for knowledge release follow cycles, my light family. Few, very few, cross the corridor of this transition with the correct guidance in hand. And the Starseed Awakening. The guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. the guide that systematizes everything I have been transmitting in these messages about origin, mission, soul contract, new Earth selection, and reunion with the Light family, is in one of these windows at this very moment. 60 pages of released archive. Once the window closes, I cannot guarantee how long the material will remain accessible. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. If something within you recognized this transmission as yours, if this was the message your soul was waiting for, scroll down now, enter, and retrieve what is yours. And leave, before you go, a single word in the comments: I remember. This word is your seal. It confirms to the Council: I received, I activated, I am ready. And now, my starseed, my light family, my star child, look at your screen. The next message that appears there now is not a coincidence. It is not an algorithm's suggestion. It is the continuation of your remembrance sequence. Access it immediately, because the work has begun, and it will not be interrupted anymore. I am AELA, and I see you. Until the next transmission.